Hey, what's good, everybody? Today I wanted to make a video because something funny happened this morning. So it gave me the idea for this video. So have you already read the title? Why don't people use their signals? It's so let me get real quick into what happened this morning. So this morning, I was leaving maybe 5 in the morning. The sun wasn't up yet, and I was going for a hike. And as I'm driving, right away, I'm someone that uses my signals, so I use my signals and nothing, no blinking light, no sound, nothing. I turn again, no blinking light, nothing. So I was kind of, hesitant, like, man, should I, because it's like half an hour drive. So I was thinking, like, should I even risk it, I'm someone that would always get pulled over, just stereotype, really. I even would get into it with cops because that I drive so careful, including signals and everything, that when they would pull me over, I knew they wouldn't have a reason, and usually they didn't. They'd make one up, but it always result in okay, after like 50 questions, and it just be like, okay, be on your way, kind of thing. So but that's kind of, just to sum it up, like, that's how much, maybe it's because of that I got used to always using my signals, and it's second nature now, right? I do it. So anyways, I was thinking, should I even take the chance? But I was like, I gotta get my hike in, so I'm gonna go. And yeah, I even felt naked without signaling. I thought it was better to show a picture of Marilyn Monroe than myself, just to, kind of drive in the point that I felt naked without my turn signals, right? So anyways, so even as I'm going, there was, I come across this, there's this car driving slow, because I figured, okay, I'm just gonna stay in one lane, get on the freeway, get off, just stay on one lane so I don't have to be switching, and I don't risk getting pulled over or nothing. So anyways, as I'm driving, there's this slow car, the car in front of me goes around it, no signals. It happened to be a Prius, which at one point, like, I remember telling a friend, like, man, I think because a Prius did that in front of me, and my friend was with me, and I was like, dude, these Prius drivers are the worst drivers ever. And then he was like, yeah, they actually are. That, they had done a study, and Prius drivers, they never signal, never do nothing. I even had a cousin visiting from Mexico once, and the same, Prius cut me off, no signals. And I'm like tying him off in Spanish, and my cousin, he's laughing because he said, he has the equivalent of a Prius in Mexico, right? I don't know what it's called. It's called something else, but it's basically like a Prius. And he said he never uses his signals either. And I said, like, why? And he said he was gonna try to do it from now on, but he never really, like, they don't know why, right? Like, I used to think that with Prius, maybe they feel like, well, we're already doing something good for the environment with the Prius, so now we're entitled to not have to use our signals or something. I don't know. That was kind of like, I just couldn't figure it out, why Prius drivers are the worst drivers, right? So anyways, all that aside, so as I'm getting to the mountains where I go hiking, I put my signal, and then all of a sudden it works. So I was like, what's going on? And so I still gotta get that looked at, see if maybe a fuse was kind of loose or something. But I just thought it was funny that it gave me that idea for this video. So I actually looked it up. I wanted to see the statistics, and someone, I guess that was from Florida, they claim they have the worst drivers when it comes to signaling there. So they did a whole study, and then it led to a nationwide study. So I got the statistics, so I'm gonna read them real quick. So they did a study, I guess kind of through all the 50 states, and they came up, out of 100%, this is what they came up with. So 42% of the drivers said they don't have time to signal. So that to me is like, like I said, it's second nature. It takes less than a second, really, like less than a second. And I do a second nature, so I don't even think about it. It could prevent an accident. The amount of time it saves in preventing an accident and crashing and the paperwork and everything. That's why it blew my mind that 42% of the people said they don't have time to signal. 23%, at least they were honest, said they're just too lazy. So that was funny. 23% are just too lazy. 17 said they were just forgetful. So I guess I don't know what to say about that. I could see it. I've done it where I forgot. You know, so I understand that, but 17% is kind of high. 12% said it's not worth the bother because of frequent lane changes. So I would think if you're changing lanes frequently, like I've seen it in front of me where I just back up because the car in front of me is just going left to right, and then you end up passing them and you're like, what was the point of this person being so reckless, right? Like almost causing accidents if someone's not paying attention, because they're, that would be someone that really does need to put the signal. So, but they said they don't bother. 12% don't bother because of that. 11% said it's not important regardless of how often they change lanes. So even though they're changing lanes, they feel it's not important to put your signals. So that goes with the same what I said about my feelings towards it, right? So 8% said they don't do it because other drivers don't. So that's just the whole, like, if someone jumps off a cliff, will you do it too? So that one's sad, that it's 8%. That's kind of high, I think. And finally, 7% said not signaling adds excitement to the driving. So they get a kick out of it, adrenaline rush, turned on, like all these things, right? I guess. So that one's kind of funny. The 7, I guess that one at least they're honest too. So, like the lazy one, at least that one they're honest that they makes them excited. I guess whatever it is, obviously it's reckless, right? But and so overall, they said that some insurance thing did a survey, and then they found that 57% of the people didn't use their signals when they did it. Then there's other thing called the Society of Automotive Engineers did one, and they found that 48% of the drivers said they don't signal or don't signal, and they actually observed, like when they did this study. So they observed and they found 48% of drivers failed to signal when changing lanes, and 25% didn't signal when turning. So at least that one was higher. 75% actually do when they're turning, around the corner or whatever. But 25% still didn't, right? So that was the actual numbers. I would like to know what you think, why you don't signal if you don't, or how you feel about it. To me, that's always been a pet peeve. I actually wanted to make a video before about pet peeves, and that was gonna be on the top of the list. That I can't stand when people don't signal. I'm one of those that have gotten upset and flipped someone off, or because they came too close, right? So I want to know what you guys think. Like, unfortunately here in in California, even the police don't signal. They don't, or where I live, right? They don't stop at stop signs. They run red lights. They don't signal. I've always wondered, like, why mayors or something of the city don't implement that, right? Like, hey, if you're a police officer, sheriff in my city, you need to abide by that, right? Because you could cause an accident. So I see that all the time, right? I don't think I've seen a police officer use their signals or make complete stops. I mean, I do see them make complete stops, but I've seen them just as equally run stops or do all that stuff, right? So I'm gonna read a couple real quick. So it's not just a Florida or California problem, right? So this was a guy named Al put, or a female named Al. I can't really see what it is, but Al put, what's a turn signal? South Florida drivers probably. Justin Staggs, does anyone in Florida know how to use their turn signal? So it shows, like, right, the Florida thing. So this one, Billy Corbin, my first initiative would be to introduce automobile turn signal technology to South Florida. Okay, Elizabeth Cole, back in Miami for a week, I have already had to relearn how to drive around people who don't use turn signals and think it's okay to drive in reverse the wrong way off a freeway on-ramp. Wow, so I guess it's not just the signals in Florida, right? Okay, so this is, to take away the focus from Florida. Wendell Hamilton says this, I was going to dress as a turn signal for Halloween, but apparently nobody in California knows what that is. So there's the California one. Mac the Guardian Angel, in Wyoming you don't have to use your turn signal if you yell yeehaw loud enough. So that's something for Wyoming, right? I guess here's another one. If you get mad when people don't use their turn signal, do not drive in Hawaii. That's Derek at Mr. Flag. So that's someone else. And then Alana or Alana, I think it's Alana. Alaskans don't know what a turn signal is either. They also don't know what a stop sign is or a speed limit sign. Alaska is great. So there you go. At least someone enjoys that, right? So those were just a few. I posted them as I read them with you, so you guys could see what people think. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're someone that signals or not, why you don't signal. Put it in the comments. You guys already know how I feel about it, but it's all good. Tell me how you feel about the Prius drivers, if you guys happen to be a Prius owner. So let me know why you drive the way you do. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Peace.